So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. Well, since it first opened its doors back in the mid-1990s, this most splendid of venues in European football has delivered so many memorable games, and it is time once more to lose ourselves in these superb scenes. Just feel it. So bring it on.
Well, what a game this is, Peter. The pressure on both sets of players is tremendous, and they're both expected to win no matter what. It doesn't matter if you're contesting a title, a final, or just playing for pride. This one's always special.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Haaland was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And Bernardo Silva! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Doku. Here's a chance! That was superb goalkeeping!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Liverpool have the chance to go the other way. Now this could be a chance. Isak finds himself offside. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. And he's managed to get free. Now can he find a finish? Real chance! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Stood up well to him there. Gakpo going full tilt down the left. Played over towards the opposite flank. And it's Salah. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Well timed, excellent interception. And here's Bernardo Silva. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Clipped into space. Nice interception, well timed. Great vision. And he shoots!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Stones calmly anticipates. Rodri. Oh, that is Haaland! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Doku looks to get on the end of this.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Rodri. And it's Reinders. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Gakpo. Szoboszlai. That's very neat. Foden did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Crunching tackle. Now, can they get him away? It's been shipped out wide. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Played back in. Wirtz. Oh, good spread. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Now, what about a counter-attack?
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Gakpo picks it up out wide. And it's made its way to him. Well, they've got it again. And it's Szoboszlai. And here's Isak.
Isak really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Rodri. Foden. Now that looks a decent ball.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Gravenberg. Well read, nice interception. Now it's Doku. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small,
That's the
Peter.
first half.
I think playing well.
네,
with
제가
energy.
지금 맘만
There's a little
매일
more composure up front, perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Liverpool can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Foot in, over to the left. Now it's Gakpo. He is through here. Now it's Isak. Wirtz receives it in a good position here. Wirtz unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Played through into space. And they've got rid. Takes a shot. Now that was quite some save.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
And it's been taken short. Matheus Nunes. He rises! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
He's in a great position here. Great chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Distributed tidily. He's picked his way through. The ball has bounced loose now. Could be danger here. And it's Gravenberg. Lovely bit of skill. Now it's Wirtz. Now can they get it back? It's gone for a throw-in.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Wirtz has got himself a free kick. Wirtz. That's a good ball. Oh, just skips, shapes to shoot! He scores! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Liverpool are now... Decent chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, the way he set himself up was just so clever. No wonder he's disappointed.
They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Wriggles his way through. Foden. Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. Not the most convincing of passes. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Great defending, strong and determined. Shifted it to the flank. That is ended up in no man's land. Gravenberg. And here's Wirtz. And he's on his way! Driving through the middle. Oh, easy pickings there. And it's Szoboszlai. Just about up to 75 minutes. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nicely spread. Vardiol cuts it out. It's a pretty loose pass. This looks promising. Chance for a shot! It's a goal! What do you think now about that goal?
Yeah, and anything that's hit low with real pace like that makes it so much harder for the keeper, and he was never going to get to that.
Substitution on the field, number 18. Gakpo.
We have got changes
Number
here, from
7,
both sides in fact.
Wirtz. Coming
This
on the
is
field,
threatening to become a
number
really good
14,
game.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Phillips. Kovacic. For Phillips. Out to the left it goes. He's got away. And here's Haaland.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Donnarumma gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. McAllister. Szoboszlai. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Savinho. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Gravenberg. Liverpool close now to seeing this one through to the end. Now it's Chiesa. McAllister. Stones deals with that comfortably. Could move up a gear here.
There will be 3
Deep
minutes
into
added
stoppage time. He won't be happy with that one. Szoboszlai. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Phillips. And it's Kovacic. Can he get on the end of this? And that was very necessary. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Mohamed Salah, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result...
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And as you can see, we've already started here. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, Aurelien Tchouameni is someone I see as being a real tour de force in that midfield. He's a tireless worker. I've heard so many people say he's just a nightmare to try and get away from. A real destroyer whose abilities on the counter-press are very potent.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. No, he's not going to get any further than that. Vardiol calmly anticipates. Sends it crossfield. Vinicius Junior. He's had it taken off him. Foden. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Now this could be a chance. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Vinicius Junior aimed beyond the defence. Now that's well seen too.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
He's shifting through the gears here. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rodri. Foden. Tries to pass it through. Great ball if he can get there. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. That's a cute ball. He has found the way through. Knocks it into space. Rodri. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. And it's Lewis. And Ake. Ruben Dias. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Bernardo Silva. Driving on and making good progress. Now it's Mbappe. Reinders. Haaland. And it's Camavinga. He's on it, can he get away? Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Keeper's got good distance on that.
This is the time you need that pace.
Well read, nice interception. And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, strongly challenged there. Ruben Dias. Can he get it through? Picked out brilliantly.
Haaland really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Camavinga.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Oh, easy pickings there. Rodri. Rodri goes steaming forward. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Now it's Mbappe. Can he get on the end of this? Chooses to go back. Distributed tidily. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. He's got away. And he was alert to it. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Doku. Now it's Foden. Spread it left. Now it's Foden. He is through here. And that interception will... And the first 45 minutes are up. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Gvardiol threads one in. Now it's Doku. Chance here to counter. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Rodri. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, nicely intercepted. Camavinga. Now it's Mbappe. Just eases him off the ball. Doku. So what can they make of this?
Might want to be careful there.
Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Great chance here from position A1. Going for goal! Oh, the ball's come loose here.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Up towards the hour mark and still no goals. He's found a way through. It's a pretty loose pass. Mbappe looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Foden. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest.
Oh, smashing header! Goal! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it...
Haaland! Well, now it's fallen loose again! No, he didn't quite meet it right. And it's Bellingham. Gvardiol too strong for his opponent there. Foden.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Doku looking to run onto it.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Great chance! And yes, it's there! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 5.
So, time for
El dorsal
changes
11.
on both sides,
El dorsal
actually.
22. El
And
dorsal
that has added a
6.
whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Half an hour gone in the second half. And it's Kovacic. Goulet. Ball's played through, and he's picked it up out wide. A lot of space ahead of him. Valverde is onto this. Well, that is one way to stop him. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
No, he wasn't going to let him past. Garcia. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Tchouameni. And it's Diaz. Tries to play it through. Very nicely done. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that is that. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. How would you summarise... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, since it first opened its doors back in the mid-1990s, this most splendid of venues in European football has delivered so many memorable games, and it is time once more to lose ourselves in these superb scenes. Just feel it. And already we're underway here. And here's Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He has found the way through. And it's Vitinha. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
I've always been impressed with this boy, Pau Cubarsí. It never ceases to amaze me, Peter, how the Catalans always manage to unearth all of these gems, especially in an age where the demand is quite high on defenders. He's really the perfect package.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Can he get it through? And here's Yamal. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Yamal was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Tries to play it through, and he's picked it up out wide. João Palhinha. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
No way through. It's run loose here. Pedri. Now it's Yamal. Chance! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome. And we have our very first corner. They've played it short, and it's Balde. Takes a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Balde really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
That's good running with the ball. Portugal still without a single shot on target. João Palhinha. So what can they make of this? Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Pedro Neto, showing good feet. Vitinha. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Spread it left. Koundé makes the interception. Thinks one through. Pass somewhat off target. De Jong. Oh, he's been caught on it here. He won't be happy with that one.
Barcelona have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Pedro Neto. That is good strength. In with the challenge. Bruno Fernandes with the short one. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Deftly away. Vitinha. And it's Bruno Fernandes. De Jong.
This is the time you need that pace.
Ambitious ball here. Pedri looking to run onto it. De Jong. Yamal. Dani Olmo. And here's Rafinha. Knocks it out wide. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Oh, smashing! That's another chance! Goal! Barcelona! There is the breakthrough! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from...
Rafael Leao! Oh, he's been caught napping, and again! He's done very well to get to that.
Vitinha actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Kubasi. And it's Pedri. Great ball, and he's in here. Great chance! And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Portugal can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Dani Olmo. Can he get on the end of this? Well read, and the danger is averted. Now it's Rafael Leao. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Palhinha really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Big chance! Oh, taken with style! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key...
Oh no, this does not look good. De Jong. Now it's Yamal. And Kubasi. And he plays one through. He's cut it out. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Looking for options for movement. Rafael Leao providing an outlet on that flank. Punched away. And claimed it back swiftly. Picked out, and the finish! Get that clear.
Was 52,820.
Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Well read, nice interception. Cristiano Ronaldo being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Dani Olmo looking to play him in. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. And this is Ronaldo. Dani Olmo.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Now, can they get him away? He's found some space. Rafael Leao. Knocks it into space. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. And he's worked it through. Now it's Rafinha. That's good play. He is through here. Now the cross. Pedro Neto. Driving on and making good progress. And this is Ronaldo. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Substitution for Portugal. Number
We have got
17,
changes here from both sides, in fact.
Number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo.
João Neves
Number 8,
closing in on goal.
Fernandes. Number 23, Vitinha.
Christensen.
Number 18, Pedro Neto.
More and more
Coming
pressure on the
field,
ball here.
Number 11, João Felix.
He's had it nicked
Number
away.
16,
Trincao.
Number
Great
10,
vision.
Bernardo
Eric Garcia
Silva.
deals with that
Number
comfortably.
15,
Shapes to shoot!
Number 25.
Oh, should have put that away.
He's definitely playing with a lot more conviction. This team should look to him to produce the catalyst for a comeback.
Bernardo Silva. Can he finish? Portugal get their fourth corner. And he gets rid in a hurry. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Now it's Gavi. Threads one in. Now it's Rashford. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, there's a probing ball. Portugal do have a chance to counter here. João Neves. Well, that's been cut out. Well played. Just 5 minutes left. And it's Bernardo Silva, distributed tidily. Trincao is onto this. Opts to play it back. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. And he was quick to react. Bernardo Silva
has been indicated.
2 minutes to be added on. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. João Felix. Eric Garcia. And that is that. While that was a frustrating game, they were at times cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply did a better job.
Quick reminder today, please have
Your
your
final
entry
thoughts,
tickets
Jim?
at hand, as
Portugal
it's time to
desperately
announce today's
failing
winning
to
lottery
impose
numbers.
themselves on the game.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And already we're underway here. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Lamine Yamal. Well, this guy, Lamine Yamal, Peter, certainly is a very exciting talent. A natural right winger. We all know about his technique, but he's very impressive with his decision-making too. And when you consider that his job is all about supply, it's all about end product.
And he shoots! Now, who's going to be first to this? And we have our very first corner. Nico Williams goes short. The ball goes in. And now they can spring out of defence. Foot in. Pedri. Fabian Ruiz. They're urging him to shoot.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Nico Williams. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Can he get it through? That's been slipped through. Lenormand, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And here's Dani Olmo. Still goalless at the moment. Now it's Morata. That's been cut out, well played. And he cuts out the supply. Grimaldo. Good running, strong and purposeful. Nico Williams has it out wide and inspects. Big header! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Barcelona upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
And now the breakaway. De Jong. And it's Pedri. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Pedri. Balde is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Very nicely done, good spot that. 30 minutes gone. Yamal receives it in a wide position. Well, that's surely a foul, free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
Now it's Dani Olmo. De Jong. He's in a great position here. And this is Lewandowski. Little pass back. Searching pass he's played. Bullish header! And it's hit the woodwork and out. Chance here to counter. Yamal carries the ball down the right. Tries to pass it through. Pedri looking to run onto it.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Now it's Morata. Looking for options for movement. Rodri. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Oh, just skips past his man. Turns back here, probably the best option. And it's Olmo. Rodri. It's Pedri. He can run onto that. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Dani Olmo. De Jong. Not much subtlety about that challenge.
Habrá un minuto de
I have to
descuento.
say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Morata. Koundé. And the first half is done. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Pedro Porro could try cutting inside here. And it's Porro. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Rafinha. Rafinha proves just a little bit too strong. Valde. Now that looks a decent ball. Ball swung in. Keeper has taken decisive action.
Barcelona clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
He is through here. It is a corner. Spain have their second corner now. And he gets rid in a hurry. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Aimed beyond the defence. That is a brilliant interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Lewandowski.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are...
Goes for a shot! And he hits the net! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So we have the first goal.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Real chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Spain really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Some resolute defending there. Balde. That's good running with the ball. Balde. Solid defending. Refused to be outmuscled. Fabian Ruiz. Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 8, el dorsal 20, el dorsal 7, Morata, el dorsal 11. Serán
And it's
sustituidos
Balde.
por el dorsal 18, el dorsal 10.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Cambio de jugadores.
Threads one in. This looks promising. He's shifting through the gears here. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. He's a sharp little ball here. That's headed upfield. Spain are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
He's picked his way through. Oh, nice touch. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Barcelona can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Oh, can he finish? Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Balde. Barcelona looking to pass their way through. Laid out to the left flank. He has found the way through. Dani Olmo. Zubimendi.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Yamal gets into a good position. And he's managed to get free. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. The final whistle is imminent, but I do think he'll allow time for this free kick.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
And that will be it. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there's no shortage of effort and commitment from them. They were just undone by that second-half goal.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. And so the calm before the storm. A game this so engraved into sporting history. These two teams have squared up so many times before. It is a rivalry whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be. All stemming from that simple dread at the very idea of losing each to the other. Everyone here is obliged to win. Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white. Great chance! Timber plays it all the way forward. Strokes it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
And that is expertly dealt with. And they've got rid. And it's Wirtz. And here's Gakpo. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player.
Chance! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. Pass is just off target. Now it's Madueke, and he's being shifted off it. Engages and forces him off the ball. And here's Mohamed Salah. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. That has been slung wide. Isak was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Nice sequence of passes, this. Ødegaard, driving on and making good progress. Arsenal, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Rice. Gabriel. Played out to the left flank. Van Dijk. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Can he get it through? Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Now it's McAllister. Brilliantly cut out. Ødegaard. Ødegaard takes control of it and he's on the move. Knocks it into space. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rice. Arsenal couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Aimed beyond the defence. Isak showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Madueke. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Rice. Just eases him off the ball. Goes looking wide. Tries to play it through. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And here's the chance to counter. Now he's got space here. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Great vision. And that could set him on his way. It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. So the would-be breakthrough moment. And he's buried it! 1-0! Not a twitch, not a blink.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Well, that looks a decent ball. He's on it. Can he get away? Gakpo! Zubimendi. Tries to pass it through. And that's a good ball. Gakpo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Arsenal leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0.
There will be one.
You can run on to that.
Time.
No foul, says the referee. Ødegaard.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Oh, what a terrific 45 minutes, all triggered by a helter-skelter tempo that has, you know, been very open, end-to-end, ding-dong stuff, with so much to enjoy. It's a cracking watch.
Arsenal have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. And it's Wirtz. Played out towards the right wing, and there's his chance to lead the counter. Now, can they get him away? Nice interception, his positioning was spot on.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He is through here. Now that is a hefty challenge. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Looking for options for movement. Frimpong. Arsenal have reclaimed it. Arsenal just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. Looking to play him in. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. McAllister. Wirtz. Goes for a shot! He's scored! They are right back in business.
The attendance
And that
for this
comes
match
as a
was
very welcome relief.
61,052.
Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Vitz, and the through ball. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that's a simple one for the keeper. Saliba. Not the most convincing of passes. And it's Ødegaard. That's an imaginative pass. That ball looks a good one. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Knocks it into space. He's picked his way through. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. He's found some space. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Picked out brilliantly. And it's Rice. Gravenberg wins the duel this time.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Great ball, and he's in, and the shot! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Ødegaard has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 8.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 11, Gabriel
Bradley.
Martinelli. Number 14,
Jones.
Gyökeres. Number 41, Rice.
Aims beyond
Number
the defence,
6,
and he welcomes it in.
Coming on the field, number 10.
He's going to be disappointed. And a chance! And he hits the net! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Liverpool go into the lead.
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
Shifted it to the flank. And it's Eze. Havertz. Terrific header. Oh, off the bar. He is just caressing the ball.
2 added minutes
Arsenal
has been
really can
indicated.
only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
That has not gone well. Now it's Madueke. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Merino. Nicely weighted ball. And he's in on goal, and the shot! And that is it. The equaliser just wouldn't come. It is over. Arsenal illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start
This is
with,
a hard
but
one
as
to
we have
take,
seen
but
so
we'll be
many
back
times,
stronger,
they ended
won't
up with
we?
nothing. Well, how will we look back on that?
Yeah, well, I've been on the losing side in games like this, and I can tell you it really does.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. Shot, surely! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, how about that touch, Peter? I mean, that was brilliant. He got the ball to go exactly where he wanted it. The touch was perfection, the finish, imperfection.
It's a pretty loose pass. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, the player Nuno Mendes is someone who's really impressed me as being a two-way player. Very confident, consistent, and always willing to take people on and get himself into those good crossing positions, and he can deliver too.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Picked out brilliantly, and he shoots! And it's hit the woodwork and out! And that was very necessary. Mount. Casemiro. Dembele. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Šeško. Oh, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. To Bruno Fernandes. Matheus Cunha. Not the most accurate pass. Maguire. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Matheus Cunha.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off. That has to be a lesson learned. You can't just blindly cross the ball into the box with no attacking presence.
Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Vitinha. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Mount. Šeško. Nuno Mendes. João Neves. Vitinha. That has been slung wide. Oh, super find. Kvaratskhelia has it out wide and in space. And it's Neves. He's gone for goal! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Looking for options for movement. Dembele! Bruno Fernandes. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Shifted it to the flank. Vitinha. Good read, needed to be. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Matheus Cunha. He's picked his way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now this could be a real chance! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Manchester United with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, shooting chance! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
Hakimi. Hakimi making good progress on the right-hand side. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Bruno Fernandes. Casemiro. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Hakimi. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. And it's Hakimi. Hakimi goes steaming forward. Big chance! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. João Neves. Try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Bruno Fernandes. And that's really well manoeuvred. And it's Casemiro. Spread out to the left. Vitinha. Hakimi. Vitinha. Spread it left. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Malacia.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Tries to play it through. Here comes the cross. And the first 45 minutes are up. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So we reach the halfway point.
What a pleasant surprise to see how open this game is turning into. Just wondering if the two teams are going to keep doing what we've seen in the first half. I hope that a cautious aspect doesn't kick in.
So they head in no further forward. The score here still 0-0. And we are already promptly back underway. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Thinks about the shot. Shot could be on. Goes for a shot! It's in! And finally, he has breathed life into the game. That was easy, almost too easy.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Paris Saint-Germain have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Bruno Fernandes. Can he get on the end of this? And it's made its way to him. Bruno Fernandes receives it in a good position. It's Casemiro! Oh, that is very close.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Manchester United still chasing a one-goal deficit here. And it's Mount. No, again, there's no way through. Mount showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. That has ended up in no man's land. Hakimi. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, Šeško! Superb from Šeško! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And once more we are all square. You score, we score!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce.
Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. Manchester United presented with a golden opportunity here. This to complete the turnaround. The comeback is complete. Not a twitch, not a blink.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
Manchester United take the lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Paris Saint-Germain are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Just about up to 75 minutes. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Diogo Dalot. Mount. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Great vision. And it's Vitinha. A heavy challenge. Looking to play him in. And there's green grass ahead of him. Shapes to shoot! It's a goal! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish, but it was made easy. That's poor defence.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank. Manchester United really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
He has decent chance! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 10, Matheus Cunha. Number 18.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Paris Saint-Germain go into the lead.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Number 16.
That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
They're back on the ball again. Martinez. Some really good ball movement. Zirkzee.
Manchester United really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Oh, they could be caught out here. He's got away. Real chance here. And that is masterful defending. 4 added minutes on the board. And it's Hakimi. Dembele. This might spell danger. Takes a shot. It's there. 2 up now, and they are cruising. He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. And when the manager and blows his whistle. Manchester United did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they...